What's up, y'all? I've been snowed in the house for a couple days now and I've been super bored. And yesterday I was just organizing all of my CDs and vinyls and I thought to myself, why don't I give y'all a tour of all of my physical media that I own? I've noticed that physical media is making a huge comeback recently, and I like that a lot because I feel like the more that we put down our smartphones, the more we can actually connect with the media that we consume in the world around us. I love collecting things, and I feel like if you have something like with you physically, it holds more of a sentimental value. So I'm gonna start off with my CDs because I have a lot and I organized them by genre. These are all of the hip hop slash rap albums I own. Majority of my collection are the hip hop and rap albums, so I actually sorted them by decade as well. First, we're gonna start in the 80s with the Ultimate Run DMC album. I don't really listen to this album often, but I love the song Walk This Way. I think I first heard it on the documentary called Hip Hop Evolution, and I was like, this is a banger. So I was really happy when my friend gifted me this. And when I had a DVD player, I put it in, and to my surprise, like, there's music videos, like it's like a visual album. So yeah, there's music videos on here. Moving on to the 90s, we have A Tribe Called Quest album. I think this is their greatest hits album. I love this album so much. This album is definitely in heavy rotation. A Tribe Called Quest is like my top 5 favorite artists. So when my friend Hadley gave me this CD, like, I was like, yes! Next up, we have the Belly soundtrack. I love Belly so much. Like, it's such a visually pleasing movie, and I love DMX, so yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. And the soundtrack, let me get into the soundtrack. We have D'Angelo, DMX, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, Ja Rule, just to name a few, all on one album, y'all. This album, yeah, W soundtrack to a W movie. Moving on to the 2000s, we have MF Doom's Mad Villain album. I love this album so much. It's magical. Like, it literally transports me into a different dimension every time I play it. When I first got it, it was on repeat. Like, I think I listened to it over and over again for like 3 hours. Definitely one of my favorites. If you know, you know. Next, we have the Romeo Must Die soundtrack. I love this film so much, and I love Aaliyah so much. Aaliyah is one of my icons, and this soundtrack is filled with so many Aaliyah bangers. Not to mention, it features some of the biggest artists of the 2000s, like Joe, Genuine, Destiny's Child, Timbaland. I don't think filmmakers really focus on the soundtrack to movies as much as they used to, because I don't see nobody going to the store and saying, let me get this soundtrack for this movie or that movie. This soundtrack is timeless. Another movie soundtrack I have is the You Got Served soundtrack. I don't know why it's called the You Got Served soundtrack when this is just a B2K album. Nothing wrong with B2K, they got some hits, but it don't even have that iconic song that plays in the beginning of the movie when they have that like iconic dance battle. Like, I don't remember the name of the song, but I think Missy Elliott was on it. But yeah, still a cool album. False advertising though. Like, I was ready to but no, like, it still got some dope B2K songs on it, but if you get this CD thinking it's the You Got Served soundtrack, it's really not, like, propaganda. Fun fact, I got all of these CDs on the same day at Goodwill. I was like, whose cool dad just like dropped off all his favorite movie soundtracks? But thanks. Moving on to one of my favorite CDs in this entire collection, Outkast Thinkonia. I got this as a gift over the summer, and ever since it's been on constant rotation for me. I probably listen to this CD like every 2 days, and it has some bangers on it. Like, if you know, you know. And it's so like visually pleasing. Like, look how cool it is. Like, that's dope. Shout out Outkast. Next, we have the Nelly Sweet album. I listened to this album once, and it is so ass. Yeah, it's just not a good album. Like, Nelly got some bangers, don't get me wrong, but none of them are on this CD. Another one of my favorites, Dr. Dre's 2001 album. This was actually the first ever CD that I got from my collection. It was a gift and it's seen better days. It was my friend's dad's before it came to me, so like it's really old. It's probably from 2001, and yeah, it has some bangers on it. I love this album and it was the beginning of my collection, so yeah. I know I low-key been flexing on y'all, but we not done yet. Moving on to the 2010s, we have Drake's If You're Reading This, You're Too Late album. I'm not really a big fan of Drake. I think the only song that I like on this album is Six God, and yeah, that's it. I got this CD from a store called Game Exchange, and they have a lot of like secondhand CDs. That's where I buy most of my CDs, or I get them from Goodwill, which is surprising because like Goodwill will be having like some gems, some hidden gems. Like if I can't find no clothes, if I'm like missing on the fits, then I immediately go to the music section or the electronic section. Next is Tyler the Creator's Wolf. My friend Hadley also gave me this one. I remember when I first got it, I stayed abusing this album, and like it's really cool. Like it opens up, like it's very visually aesthetically pleasing. I listen to this album all the time, definitely on heavy rotation. Last but definitely not least, in the hip hop and rap section, Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. I love this album so much. This is really one of my favorite albums of all time, and getting it like the physical copy definitely made me appreciate this album so much more, and it's been on constant repeat ever since I got it. I just got this recently, like 2 weeks ago, and it's been on constant repeat like every hour of the day. That wraps up that section. Moving on to our pop section. It's very little, but gems. When I tell you, like, I am better than you for having these albums. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm better than you. First, we have Justin Timberlake's Justified. Straight up bangers. Pharrell produced this album, and you can tell, like, it have you like take me to the club. Like, yes. Then we have, in my opinion, the Black Eyed Peas' best album of all time, Monkey Business. This album has so many great hits on it, like great 2000s hits. Like I love this album so much. It really gives me a lot of nostalgia from when I was a kid. Great album. I love this album. I'm getting a bit unhinged, but next we have Rihanna's Loud album. Like, yes, when I saw this in a thrift store, I got this from Goodwill, y'all. Who? Like, who would give up such a masterpiece of an album? This album is so good. Like, I got this and like I listened to this album like non-stop for like 3 days. Like when I would go to school, when I would get on the bus, when I would get home, it was this album and nothing but this album, and rightfully so. Like I love this album, y'all. Can y'all tell how much I love this pop section? Like straight up gems. Last but definitely not least in the pop section, Lady Gaga's The Fame Monster. Oh my god, I love this album. Yeah, this album is great. Like no skips. Like beautiful album. All of these albums are like I'm not even a pop fan, but these albums literally like have me like, it's self-explanatory. Like I love all of these albums with like all of my heart. Like yes. Moving on to my alternative music section. It's really short, but still, like, you know, banger after banger after banger. Like, I only collect bangers except for that Nelly album. So first we have Sublime's self-titled album. I got this album back in April, and I got it at the perfect time because this album was on repeat the whole summer. It's such a feel-good summer album. But the lyrics are really dark. Like, it makes you, like... But if you actually take a second to listen to the lyrics, like he was talking about his addiction. I love Sublime. I love Bradley Nowell. I love his son, Jacob Nowell. I'm really glad that he's like continuing his father's legacy. Definitely one of my favorite albums of all time and one of my favorite bands of all time. Next we have Alice in Chains. I love Alice in Chains. They're definitely up there with groups like Nirvana and 9 Inch Nails for me. This particular album, it's not one of my favorites, but it's still good. It's very short, and that's why it's not one of my favorites. I think they could have put a few more songs on it. I paid like $20 for this at SwapCon, and I listened to it, and I was like, ooh. Oh, and then it was just over, and I'm like, where's the rest? Next, we have Celebratory Skin by Hole. I love this album so much. Every time I listen to it, it like makes me feel like a teenager in the 2000s, like My So-Called Life or like Rory Gilmore, if you know, you know. My favorite song from this album is Awful, and like I love the vibes that this album has, like overall. It's like a really great album. This album is called Soul Asylum. It's called Let Your. I don't really listen to this album. I don't know what habit. If y'all know who Soul Asylum is, hit me up. I'll give it to you for free. But yeah, it's a rock band. I listened to it once. It's a rock band, and yeah. That's it. Last but not least, in the alternative section, we have Kid Cudi's Passion, Pain, and Demon Slayin'. I love this album so much. It's also the soundtrack to the movie Intergalactic, which is one of my favorite animated films of all time. Like, that movie is beautiful, and the soundtrack is amazing. Like, this soundtrack will have you ascending. Like, this album features so many great artists like Andre 3000, Travis Scott, and Pharrell Williams. And I just love this album so much, and I love Intergalactic so much. Like, Kid Cudi really put his foot in this. Moving on to the R&B section, we have Mariah Carey's Emotions. I actually never listened to this album. I bought it because my mom is a huge fan of Mariah Carey. Yeah, I just never listened to it. Next, we have Destiny's Child, The Writings on the Wall, and Destiny's Child Survivor. I love both of these albums so much. When I first got them over the summer, I stayed bumping these in my room, just like dancing around my room. Very feel-good albums. They're uplifting. They'll definitely get you dancing. Like Destiny's Child, like y'all ate. Like, I love y'all. This is my favorite CD throughout this whole collection. Frank Ocean's Channel Orange. I love this album so much. This is one of the greatest albums of all time, and I'm so glad I got it on CD. This is the Japanese edition, and it actually has an unreleased Frank Ocean song on it, and I love this CD so much. Like, I probably listen to this CD religiously, like almost every day. Moving on to the final section for the CDs. The soul / neo soul / like I didn't really know how to categorize them section. We have Marvin Gaye's Let's Get On. I used to spam this album when I first heard it on Spotify, and I hated getting ads in between or just like not being able to listen to the whole album, because you know how like if you don't have premium Spotify, it'll like mix up and rotate the songs. I was like, no. So I'm so glad that I finally got the CD in my hands. This album is genuinely so beautiful and like so pleasing to the ears, and it's very like, it's also very like political, and it raises awareness to the issues that like society has. It's very like, it stands the test of time, and it's very prevalent now. I really urge you to listen to this album. It's so beautiful. Next, we have Sade's Greatest Hits album. I got this as a Christmas gift, and I was begging my mom for this album. I love Sade so much, and this album has so many beautiful songs on it. Sade is definitely one of my favorite artists. Like, I love her voice. I love her instrumentals. Like, wait, Sade is the group. Sade is a group. Let me get that right. Sade is a group, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Sade Adu. Her. Yeah, this album is definitely in constant rotation. I listen to this album like all the time. Like, I cannot get enough of this album, and I'm so glad that I have it in my collection. I love having a collection of amazing albums. Another one of my favorites in my collection, D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. Oh my gosh, where do I start? This album is absolutely amazing. Like, every song on this album, D'Angelo's voice, R.I.P. D'Angelo. D'Angelo's voice is so beautiful, and like the instrumentals, the neo soul, like everything about this album just gives me life. I actually stole this CD from my grandpa because he didn't know what to do with that. I took that shit. He didn't know what to do with it. I took it. But yes, like I'm so happy that I stole this album from my grandpa, because like this album is genuinely so amazing. Like it makes me like ascend to the heavens. The Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. I haven't really listened to this whole thing start to finish, but I like the Bee Gees, and it has a bunch of Bee Gees songs on it, so that's what initially made me buy it. But I should probably listen to this whole album front to back, because it looks like it'll get me like jamming. Next we have the Forrest Gump soundtrack. I got this soundtrack specifically for Jimi Hendrix, and that's the one song that they didn't put on the CD, even though like I remember there being a Jimi Hendrix song in that scene where he went to Vietnam. So that was kind of disappointing, but it really does have some great hits on it. Like it has Aretha Franklin, Elvis, some other niggas. It has some great like 60s and 70s hits on it. I haven't really listened to it though, but like I'm like looking at the discography. It has Elvis, Aretha Franklin, Bob Dylan, the Beach Boys, just to name a few. So I should probably like give this a listen. I just saw like no Jimi Hendrix and I got like kind of pissed. Next we have some of my favorite albums of all time. I'm an old spirit, so I love old school music, definitely. We have the Temptations' Greatest Hits album, volume 1 and 2, because you know they could not fit their greatest hits on one CD. Every song on both of these albums, banger after banger, like it just really gives me a lot of nostalgia, as well as like hearing my grandmother and my mom like playing it and like just like listening to it, watching the Temptations movie. But yeah, both of these albums are great. I love the Temptations, love old school music. Next is a recent favorite of mine. This album really like, it just invokes a certain energy in me that none of my other CDs have been able to do. The Nina Simone, I don't know how to pronounce it, Montreux years. It's such a beautiful like CD case as well. Like the art, like that's beautiful. But this album is really beautiful. Like her voice, the way she plays the piano, the instrumental. I really highly recommend this album to anyone. It's pleasing to the soul. I have two CD players. I have this one and I have this one. I got this one my sophomore year, the beginning of my sophomore year, before the phone ban in my state, which like I was really thinking ahead, because like switching to CDs has literally saved my life. I'm a music-aholic, and I would die if I have to like walk through them loud ass hallways and like not have my jams. Like yeah, CD player saved me. If you go to a school where there's like phone bans and you can't like listen to music or have headphones, I definitely recommend you copying a CD player for sure. But that's all for the CDs. Moving on to the vinyls. I already have these like pre-organized by genre. So first we have Nirvana's Greatest Hits album. Look how pretty this vinyl is. Like this is really a steal. I got it from Game Exchange for like $6, and it has some of my favorite Nirvana songs on it. So this is definitely one of my favorite vinyls. Next, we have another one of my favorite albums of all time, Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad Cities. This album is also very like aesthetically pleasing. There's two vinyls and they're like this red color. That's really beautiful. Banger after banger on this album. If you know, you know. Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost album. This album is amazing. It also comes with two vinyls, and this was the first ever vinyl in my collection, like ever. Like I got this back in late 2023, and this was the beginning of my vinyl collection. One of my favorite albums of all time, A Tribe Called Quest Midnight Marauders album. This album is so immersive, and like I love this album so much. It has so many hits on it, and it also is like an ode to like old school hip-hop, it being a vinyl and all. And like I love this vinyl. I have such a deep connection to this album. It's also very aesthetically pleasing, like it's pink. I love it. But I have a very deep connection to this album. I love Amy Winehouse, and I love this Back to Black album. This like a lot of these songs really speak to me on this album, and it's gotten me through a lot of tough times. Like, definitely one of my favorite vinyls of all time. Next is Bob Marley's Greatest Hits album. I love this album so much. It really speaks to the soul, and it's very visually pleasing as well. Like, look how pretty it is. It speaks a lot on like spirituality and political stance, and I recommend anyone to listen to this album because it really speaks to your soul. Next is Black Gold album. I got from a flea market with my grandmother. This has so many great artists from the 60s on it, and it's very like nostalgic. Like, if you like old school music, this album is like fantastic. Then we have this Earth, Wind, and Fire album. I love this album so much. I remember I got this album over the summer and I stayed playing this album. Like, it's very, like, it makes you want to get up and like move around. It's like, this album is great. A little story time about this album. I got it from like this shady record store. I don't want to say shady, but it was very janky. But it was like I don't know, it reminded me of like crate digging culture of the 90s, because nothing in there was organized, and there was vinyls like stacked up to the roof. Nothing in there was organized by artists, by like letter, like nothing was organized. The man that was running it was just like an old man just sitting in the corner. If I can find a video, I'll insert it. Next is the Mini Moods of Belafonte. Never listened to this album, but I know Belafonte was like a Motown legend, so that's why it's in like this section. Then we have this album. My grandmother forced me to get this because she said she used to like listen to them when she was younger. It has one song on it and it's like freaky. Then we have Sergio Mendes and in Brazil 66 Equinox. I didn't really know about them prior to like getting them from the thrift store. This is back when I used to like pick up random vinyls just because I liked the way they looked. But this album is amazing. It is a bossa nova album, and it'll literally have you like I recommend y'all like right now pause the video but come back and listen to Shavi Shuva. I don't really know how to pronounce it. And Cinnamon and Clove. Those two songs are like I got this one because it's the same band. I thought it was the same vinyl, but like I played it and it's some random dude called Dean Martin. I was really like kind of irritated by that. I'm like, who the hell is Dean Martin? This Golden Grass, the Grassroots album. This is another one that I just like randomly picked up because I like the cover. I actually like this album. They remind me of like a bootleg Beatles, but yeah, they got some hits. I be hearing them on the radio sometimes. Like, yeah, they're still very relevant. If y'all know them, like, comment down below. I didn't really know them prior to like picking up this vinyl. A few more vinyls, but I've never really listened to them. Actually, yes, I have. This one right here is a great vinyl. It makes me feel like I'm in like a 1930s like mafia detective movie, like, and I'm smoking out of my pipe, like it's an instrumental, but it has like jazz and like soft like fusion melancholic vibes. Like, it makes me feel like I'm just like gotta find some clues. It's elementary, my dear. That's all for the vinyls. Moving on to video games. I got this PSP last year as a birthday gift. Right now I'm playing Tony Hawk Project 8. It's kind of like Skate, but the PSP version. And I have a few PSP UMDs. I don't know how to mod my PSP, and I definitely don't have time to be doing all that. So I just get like PSP UMDs from Game Exchange. I have Avatar, the video game, Madden 2009, WWE SmackDown versus Raw. This is one of my favorites. I play this game all the time. This game called The Hustle. I don't play this game. I grabbed it because I thought it was cool, but it's not that cool. It's like, it's about pool, and I'm not good at pool. Like, I suck at 8-ball. But Astro Boy, I got this recently. This game is really fun. It's really immersive. A lot of action. And then Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I love this game. It's just I'm really ass at racing games, but it's very like visually pleasing. Like Lil Bow Wow does the soundtrack, and you know, and Pharrell. So yeah, and you can like, I love like race cars, and I love Tokyo Drift the movie. I love Fast and Furious. Like, wait, I'm yapping. I love Fast and Furious so much though. Like Fast and Furious is one of my favorite movie franchises, and Tokyo Drift is one of my favorite Fast and Furious installments. So to have it on like UMD, like that's really dope. And like Tony Hawk Project 8, I love this game. I love skating. Yeah, I love my physical media. But moving on to the comics, I got a bunch of comics from a yard sale like last year for $5. I have a few Batman comics. I haven't really read them. I've ripped out a few pages from some. I apologize to any of the comic fans out there, but I have ripped out like a few pages from some to like make some art out of. I have these Bloodstrike. I should probably read some of these because like the covers are really like cool and interesting. But I have these Bloodstrike comics as well, and like the covers look cool. Like maybe I should like take a day to like actually sit down and read them. But yeah, that's my little comic collection. Then I have these books. The title of this video is clickbait. This is not all of my physical media because I have like hella books, as you can see, but I'm just gonna highlight some of my favorites. These costume and fashion history books. My school gives out free books a lot in the cafeteria, and that's where I got like all of these from. And yeah, I like these fashion books because, you know, I want to be a fashion designer, and they like educate me on the history of fashion, fashion on a budget, and costume design. My school gave us these free books, and they have like just different illustrators and like their stories of their childhood. I like this page. It's like 3D. Next, I have my Diary of a Wimpy Kid collection. Not too much on these books. I've had these for like literal like years, since I was like in the 4th grade. And a lot of these, like I got them like this because they were secondhand. But I have a pretty cool collection, you know. I have like a few. I love this book. This book is my favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid installment. And this one, bro, this one got so many ass crack in it. Hold on. The last thing I want to show y'all is a few of my favorite books of all time, poetry and philosophical books. The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. If you know, you know. This book is amazing if you're into philosophy. This has a lot of great philosophical teachings. It's a short read, so I recommend it to anyone. Here in Harlem, this is a book of like Black voices from the Harlem Renaissance and like poetry. I love poetry. I'm a poet myself, and this book is really inspirational. My school gave out a bunch of these type books for free, so I have like a couple of them same ones, like the Harlem Renaissance books. This is another book of poetry with like Black voices. Then I have Malcolm X's autobiography. This book is very important in today's times. I recommend this to anyone. It's a short read as well. Last but not least is Life Doesn't Frighten Me by Maya Angelou and Jean-Michel Basquiat. I love the illustrations in this book. Jean-Michel Basquiat is really an icon and an inspiration for me, and so is Maya Angelou, so I knew I had to get this book. This book is very inspirational, and it always inspired me to keep going. But yeah, that's all of my physical media. I definitely recommend anyone watching this video to like build their physical media collection, because that's something that you can have forever, and you can make it timeless. You can even pass it on to your kids, your grandkids. And not only that, but like if you're a music lover like me, no ads, no premium subscription, all you have to do is buy the album once and you can listen to it on repeat forever. So yeah, that's a plus. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, comment a CD emoji down below and let me know what y'all think. Bye.